Hello everyone, and today we are doing something a little bit different that some of you guys have been requesting for me to do, and that is my favorite locomotives in my O-scale collection. When I go over these locomotives, I'm going to talk about the three main things I like about each individual engine. Alright, starting at number 5, and it's pulling into shot, and it is this, the MTH Rail King Imperial 4282 cab forward. The first thing I like about the cab forward is its paint scheme. It looks very different to everything else in my collection. The second thing is that it has a really cool freight announcements. Listen to this. Finally, the third thing I like about the cab forward is the whistle. It sounds great. MTH did a fantastic job with the whistle. Alright, at number 4 is another articulated locomotive, and it is my MTH Rail King USRA Great Northern 2882. Now I must state that the sounds on this engine are not what you get straight from the factory. I put a MTH Premier Great Northern R2 sound set on this thing. The first thing I like about this locomotive is its scream boiler jacket and cylinders. It really makes the engine pop out from a bunch of other locomotives in my collection. The second thing would have to be the pilot. I really like the separately applied grab irons and the headlight placement on the pilot of the locomotive. Then the third thing I like about this engine is its Great Northern. And as you know me, Great Northern is my all-time favorite railroad. At number 3 is this. This is the Lionel 6-18006 Reading T1 from 1989. Now I'm not going to show you some clips of this engine running because 1, it is very loud, and 2, since it's a conventionally equipped engine, I would have to control it on the transformer, and it would be very hard to get shots of the T1 running when I'm controlling it with the transformer. But if you want to see it running, check out my review I did on the T1. I'm going to put it in the description below. The first thing I like about this locomotive is that it has a opening smoke box boiler front. Now I like it on this one because it gives an easy access to the bulb when the bulb blows out on it. Second would have to be the engine's tender. Unlike most tenders which have rivets all over them, this tender is completely smooth and clean, which I really like. Finally, it would be the story that's behind to it, since this is one of the very first scale models Lionel ever did. At number 2 is the Lionel Southern Pacific A6 Atlantic number 3000. The first thing that pops out to me is the headlight, marker light, and number board placement. I think it looks unlike anything else in my collection. Especially seeing all those little lights light up at night just makes it look even cooler. Second would have to be the paint scheme on the cab and the tender. I love how the orange, the red, and silver pops out on this engine. Third would have to be the whistle on this thing. The whistle sounds great. Lionel did a fantastic job on this thing, and I really wish they would put this whistle on newer Lionel Legacy engines. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know what my favorite train of my collection is. But in case if you don't, let's go ahead and pull her in. My number 1 favorite train of my collection is the MTH Premier Great Northern S2 484. The first thing that really makes this engine stand out is all of these separately applied details on the engine. Almost everything on this engine is separately applied. There's little to no molded in detail. The second would be the cab area because the windows move side to side. The windshield moves. The cab roof vents open. There's a little deck plate, and there's metal curtains on each side of the cab, and the inside of the cab is very well detailed. Finally, the front of the engine is a real eye-catcher. It has this boxy, kind of mean-looking front with the air compressors. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.